Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're working hard but not moving forward? Like every day is just a repeat of the last? That's not life, that's existence. And you were made for more than just existing. Life is not about massive leaps once a year. It's about the quiet, consistent work you do every single day. And if you want to transform your life, there are 10 things you must touch, feed, stretch, and sharpen every day. Your mindset is the steering wheel of your life. Every decision you make, every emotion you feel, every step you take, all of it begins in your mind. Before the world can ever change for you. You see, we're not born with a fixed mindset. We build it, we shape it, we allow it or refuse it every single day. That voice in your head, the one that tells you you're not enough or this is too hard or what if I fail, that voice doesn't have to be your master. It can be your signal. A signal to grow, not retreat. Most people wait for their circumstances to improve before they think better. But that's not how it works. You don't change your mindset after success shows up. You change it so that success can show up. Think about this. Two people face the same storm. One breaks, the other builds. Same rain, same wind, same thunder, but different beliefs. One sees the storm as a reason to stop. The other sees it as a test to become stronger. That's mindset. Every day you need to feed your mind like you feed your body. Read books that stretch your thinking. Listen to voices that inspire you to level up. Surround yourself with people who challenge your perspective, not just those who agree with your pain, because if you don't program your mind, the world will do it for you. And most of what the world feeds you is fear, doubt, limitation, and comparison. Your mindset is the soil in which every dream either dies or grows. If the soil is poisoned with negativity, no matter how powerful the seed, it won't take root. But if the soil is rich with belief, courage, and discipline, you can grow a future that once felt impossible. Here's the truth. Your mind believes whatever you tell it most often. So be careful what you repeat. Every "I can't" carves a groove in your thinking. Every "maybe later" becomes a habit. But every time you say, "I can figure this out," "I'm learning," "I'm not there yet, but I'm getting better," you are training your brain to back your growth instead of block it. You don't have to be the smartest, you don't have to be the most talented, but if you can master your mindset, if you can be consistent, if you can stay optimistic when the world gives you every reason to quit, there's nothing you can't build, become, or overcome. Your health. If mindset is the steering wheel of your life, then health is the fuel in your tank. You cannot drive forward in life with an empty body. You cannot fulfill your purpose if your body is falling apart beneath you. People often chase wealth, titles, followers, trophies, but none of it matters if you wake up every day exhausted, aching, or sick. Health isn't just about looking good. It's about having the vitality to chase your dreams. It's about showing up to life with energy, not just dragging yourself through it. Think about it. Every conversation, every opportunity, every challenge, they all require you to bring your presence. And presence is powered by energy. When your body is weak, your spirit feels heavier. When your mind is foggy, your choices suffer. It becomes harder to stay positive, harder to make decisions, harder to push through obstacles. But when you move your body daily, when you fuel it with real food, not just convenient junk, when you rest it, hydrate it, respect it, your body begins to work with you instead of against you. You start waking up with clarity instead of confusion, with purpose instead of pressure. And don't confuse urgency with burnout. You're not meant to sprint endlessly. You're meant to train, to nourish, to recover, and then to rise stronger. Health is not a 6-month goal. It's a daily agreement you make with your future self. You don't need to be an athlete to respect your body. You don't need a gym membership to stretch, walk, move. You just need commitment. You just need to decide, I will not let my future be stolen by the choices I neglect to make today. Take 5 minutes and breathe deeply. Drink water like it matters, because it does. Move like your life depends on it, because it does. Your heart, your lungs, your muscles, they're not machines that run on willpower alone. They're living systems that need care. And here's something no one talks about enough. When you take care of your body, you begin to take pride in yourself. And when you feel proud of how you're living, you raise the standard for what you accept in every other area of life. You don't tolerate bad habits as easily. You don't settle for low-energy relationships. You don't waste time because you realize life is precious. Your health is your foundation. If it cracks, everything you try to build on top of it wobbles. But if it's strong, it can carry dreams higher than you've ever imagined. So every day, take care of you. Not someday, not when life slows down, not when it's convenient, because if you don't make time for your wellness, life will force you to make time for your illness. Your character. Every day, you are becoming someone. The question is, who? Your character isn't built in the spotlight, it's built in the shadows. It's formed in the quiet, private moments when no one's watching. And you have a choice to do what's right or to do what's easy. Character is not about perfection, it's about integrity, it's about alignment. When what you believe, what you say, and what you do are all walking in the same direction. And let's be honest, in a world that celebrates shortcuts and applause, integrity feels like a slow road. But remember this, reputation is what others think about you. Character is what you think when you're alone with yourself. You can't build a strong future on a weak foundation. And character is the foundation. You can be talented, skilled, and smart, but if your character crumbles under pressure, everything you built can come crashing down. That's why you must work on it every single day. Choose honesty when a lie would be easier. Keep your promises when no one would fault you for breaking them. Speak with kindness, even when anger feels justified. These are the bricks of strong character, and the people who build with those bricks, they don't just succeed, they endure. You don't have to be loud to be strong. You don't have to be noticed to be noble. Strength of character isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about doing the right thing again and again. Especially when it's inconvenient, when it costs you, when it hurts. Every time you say no to a temptation that would betray your values, you grow stronger. Every time you take responsibility instead of shifting blame, you rise higher. Character is not built in the big speeches, it's built in the quiet decisions. And here's the truth no one teaches you. Character is your greatest asset. Not just for your career, but for your peace, for your confidence, for your ability to sleep at night knowing you are being who you claim to be. When your character is strong, you don't need to fake anything. You don't have to impress or manipulate. You simply become a person people trust, and more importantly, a person you trust. So work on your character daily. Shape it like clay. Sharpen it like steel. Because when the storms of life hit, and they will, it won't be your charm that gets you through, it will be your character, your goals. Life without goals is like sailing without a compass. You can drift for years, moving, struggling, even working hard, and still end up nowhere. Without direction, motion means nothing. That's why you must wake up every day with clarity, a target to aim at. Goals are not just wishes. They're commitments with structure. They're not just hopes in your head. They are blueprints for your behavior. People often say, I just want to be happy, but happiness is not a destination. It's a result, a byproduct of progress, purpose, and pursuit. And to experience it consistently, you need goals that pull you forward, because when you have something meaningful to aim for, every day becomes a step, not just a repetition. And don't let the size of the goal intimidate you. What matters is that it's yours, personal, clear, and connected to who you're becoming, whether it's financial freedom, a healthier body, deeper relationships, or a legacy of impact. Your goal is the bridge between the life you have and the life you want. But here's where most people struggle. They write a goal down once, then forget it by next week. A goal is not a New Year's resolution. It's a daily reminder of your direction. You need to revisit it, speak it, see it, and track it every single day. If you don't know where you're going, you'll be pulled in every direction. You'll say yes to the wrong things. You'll waste your time on distractions dressed up as opportunities. And worst of all, you'll live life reactive, not proactive. But when your goal is clear, your decisions become easier. You start filtering your actions through a lens. Does this bring me closer or push me further? You stop chasing everything and start building something. Set goals that stretch you, not just comfort you. Set goals that scare you a little, because that means they're worth growing into. Growth and goals go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Don't just set outcome goals, set process goals too. Don't just say, I want to lose 20 pounds. Say, I will walk 30 minutes a day. Don't just say, I want to earn 6 figures. Say, I will improve my skill, add value, and track my effort daily. Because the magic isn't in the goal itself. It's in who you become while working toward it. You become focused, you become resilient, you become disciplined. That's the real reward. So make your goals visible, write them, speak them, share them with people who hold you accountable. Let your goals guide your mornings and measure your nights. Let them light a fire in your soul when everything around you feels dark. And remember, you don't rise to the level of your dreams, you rise to the level of your habits. And your habits will always follow the direction of your goals. Your habits, you don't become successful by accident. You don't wake up one day and stumble into excellence. Success is a system, and habits are the engine. Most people are obsessed with results. They want the outcome, the trophy, the transformation. But very few want to build the daily disciplines that create those results. Why? Because habits are quiet. They're not glamorous. No one claps when you drink water instead of soda. No one celebrates your 5 a.m. alarm clock. No one sees the reps, the journaling, the reading, the sacrifices. But those are the bricks, and your future is built one brick at a time. Here's what's powerful. You already have habits. The question is, do they serve you or sabotage you? Every day you're casting votes for the person you are becoming. Every habit you repeat, whether healthy or destructive, is shaping your identity. And your identity shapes your destiny. Want to change your life? Don't just set a big goal. Change a small behavior. Do it consistently. Make it part of your rhythm. Over time, that rhythm becomes your reality. Let me break it down. You brush your teeth without thinking because it's automatic. Imagine if taking care of your finances, your health, your growth was just as automatic. That's the power of habits. They remove decision fatigue. They give you momentum. They turn resistance into rhythm. And the key to building better habits isn't willpower, it's structure. It's about making the right choice, the easy choice. If you want to read more, keep a book where you can see it. If you want to work out, lay out your clothes the night before. Small shifts in your environment create massive changes in your behavior. Don't try to change everything at once. That's how people burn out. Start small. Pick one habit and protect it like it matters. Because it does. That one habit can become the domino that knocks down everything standing in the way of your potential. Also, don't be discouraged by slow results. Habits compound. The changes feel invisible at first, but like water dripping on stone, they shape your life in time. Day by day, you are building a life. The only question is, what are you building? Every day, you are either reinforcing the life you want or the one you're trying to escape. Habits are the lever. Use them, shape them. Design a life where success isn't a lucky break. It's the natural outcome of how you live. The relationships, the people in your life are either refueling your fire or leaking your energy. There is no neutral. Relationships are either pushing you forward or pulling you under. You cannot grow into the best version of yourself while staying tangled in toxic connections. You can't fly while carrying anchors. That's why every day you must evaluate, nurture, and sometimes prune the relationships in your life. Start with this question: who am I becoming because of who I'm around? If your circle makes you doubt your worth, fear your future, or settle for average, then that's not a circle, it's a cage. But the right people, they lift you. They challenge you. They remind you of your power when you forget it. They don't let you shrink to fit in. They inspire you to expand, to rise, to evolve. Those are the relationships worth fighting for. And let's not confuse proximity with connection. Just because someone is near you, a friend, a coworker, a family member, doesn't mean they're good for you. Energy doesn't lie. Pay attention to how you feel after spending time with someone. Drained? Doubtful? Defensive? That's a signal. Energized, inspired, grounded? That's a sign too. You owe it to your purpose to guard your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Surround yourself with people who speak life, not gossip. People who talk vision, not just problems. People who celebrate your growth, not compete with it. But it's not just about what you receive, it's also about what you give. Relationships thrive when you become intentional. Send the text, make the call, speak appreciation, listen without interrupting. Don't just be present physically, be present emotionally. Give others the gift of your attention in a world starving for it. And yes, some relationships will fade, some must be released. That's not cruelty, that's clarity. Some people are not bad, they're just not aligned with your direction anymore. You can love them without keeping them in your front row. One of the most important things you can do each day is to invest in the right people. Be the kind of friend, partner, sibling, teammate that you want to attract. The energy you give is the energy you'll invite, and when you commit to becoming a person of value, you naturally draw valuable people toward you. Your network is not just your net worth, it's your life support. It will influence your thinking, your habits, your standards, your belief in yourself. So build it with intention, not convenience. At the end of the day, we rise together or we fall apart. Choose people who want to see you win, who remind you of who you are when the world tries to make you forget, who are not threatened by your ambition, but inspired by your presence. Because while your habits shape your future, your relationships shape your soul. Your time, you can lose money and earn it back. You can lose strength and rebuild it. You can lose opportunity and find another. But time, once it's gone forever. Every day you are gifted 24 hours. That's 1,440 minutes, 86,400 seconds. And with each tick of the clock, a decision is made either by you or for you. The question isn't, do I have time? The real question is, am I spending my time on what truly matters? Time is the great equalizer. Whether you're rich or poor, young or old, successful or struggling, you get the same daily deposit. But what separates the fulfilled from the frustrated isn't the amount of time, it's how that time is used. Most people aren't short on time, they're short on priorities. They wake up reactive instead of intentional. They scroll, they drift, they multitask, but at the end of the day, they wonder why they feel stuck. And it's not because they didn't work hard. It's because their minutes were stolen by the meaningless. To master your time, you must start by mastering your focus. Not everything that asks for your attention deserves it. Not every ping, post, or problem is urgent. The world is constantly pulling at you, but your purpose must pull harder. You must protect your time like you would protect anything sacred, because time is your life in disguise. Every yes you say to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. Every hour spent on distractions is an hour stolen from your dreams, your relationships, your well-being. And let's be clear, rest is not a waste. Recovery is not laziness. You're not a machine. But there's a difference between rest that restores you and habits that drain you. Watching a sunset, that's rest. Binging hours of content that numbs your mind, that's avoidance. Create boundaries. Schedule your priorities instead of prioritizing your schedule. Decide in advance what your most important tasks are and defend them. Say no without guilt. Say yes with clarity. And remember, what you tolerate today becomes the pattern of your life tomorrow. Start treating your time like it's limited, because it is. One day it will run out, and when it does, you won't care about how many followers you had or how many hours you spent checking other people's lives. You'll care about what you built, who you became, how you loved, and what you left behind. Every second you invest wisely brings you closer to the life you want. Not someday, not eventually, but now, minute by minute. Your skills. You were born with potential, but potential is not power until it's developed. That's where skill comes in. And unlike talent, which you can inherit, skill is something you must build. Skills are the tools that turn passion into progress. You might have the heart, the dream, the desire, but if you don't have the skill, you'll always fall short of your potential. The good news, skill is earned. And what's earned can never be taken from you. Think about it. In a fast-changing world, your skills are your security. Industries evolve, technologies shift, markets rise and fall. But the people who survive, the people who thrive, are the ones who stay sharp. They don't cling to what they used to know. They keep learning, keep stretching, keep up. Never settle for being average at something that matters. If it's part of your purpose, master it. Read the books, take the classes, practice when no one's watching, ask questions, stay humble enough to be coached, but hungry enough to outgrow your teachers. Skill building isn't glamorous. It's messy. It's frustrating. It often feels like failure more than progress. But behind every expert is a beginner who didn't quit. Every smooth performance was once a clumsy rehearsal. And here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You rise to the level of your skill. You don't get what you want just because you want it badly enough. You get it because you're good enough to earn it. But don't just build skills to survive. Build them to serve. The more valuable you become, the more impact you can make. The better you get, the more doors you open. Skill is the bridge between who you are and what you're capable of giving the world. And don't be fooled into thinking only big skills matter. Sometimes it's the small, consistent skills. Listening deeply, writing clearly, thinking critically, leading calmly, that separate leaders from the rest. Don't chase only the flashy. Build the foundation, because it's the basics done well that often make the biggest difference. Every day, ask yourself, what can I sharpen today? What can I study? What can I practice, even for just 10 minutes? Compound interest doesn't just apply to money. It applies to skill. Daily deposits of effort build unstoppable momentum. You don't have to be the best right now. You just have to be getting better. Because progress creates confidence, and confidence fuels more growth. Don't wait for opportunity to knock. Train so well that opportunity has no choice but to come looking for you. Your finances. Money isn't everything, but let's be honest. It touches almost everything. It affects the way you live, the options you have, the stress you feel, and even the choices you make for your family. It's not about being greedy. It's about being responsible. Because when your finances are in chaos, your peace is too. You must work on your finances every day, not obsessively, but intentionally. Why? Because money, when left unmanaged, doesn't stand still. It leaks. It disappears into late-night spending, impulse buys, subscriptions you forgot to cancel, and habits that soothe in the moment but steal in the long term. Building financial strength starts with one powerful shift: ownership. No more blaming the economy, your boss, your upbringing. Yes, those things influence, but they do not define. You can rewrite your financial future, but only if you stop giving away your power. Start small. Know where your money is going. Create a simple budget, even if your income isn't where you want it to be, because clarity is the first step toward control. You can't change what you won't confront. And please understand this: discipline with money is not deprivation, it's direction. It's saying no to what you want now so you can say yes to what you deserve later. It's skipping the $8.00 coffee today so your future self doesn't have to skip peace, choices, or freedom. Every dollar has a job. Some dollars must be told to go to work, to invest, to grow, to protect. Others must be told to rest, to enjoy, to celebrate. But if you're not the one directing your money, the world will do it for you. And the world's plan is for you to spend, not build. Financial strength is not about how much you make. It's about how well you manage, multiply, and move what you have. It's about building assets, not just buying stuff. It's about learning how money works, how interest compounds, how investments grow, how debt traps, how financial freedom is created. And don't let shame trap you. If you've made mistakes, welcome to the club. We all have. What matters is that you learn, that you grow, that you don't keep repeating patterns that were never yours to begin with. Financial health gives you the power to say no when you need to walk away from toxic jobs, toxic relationships, and toxic environments. It allows you to give without fear, to help others without harming your own future. It puts margin back into your life, and margin is where peace lives. You don't need to be a millionaire tomorrow, but you do need to be a manager today. Learn, apply, adjust. Track your progress like your future depends on it, because it does. Build wealth not to impress, but to impact your faith/spiritual alignment. In a world that moves faster every day, with noise from every direction, pressure mounting, and life pulling you in 100 ways, you must stay grounded. You must build something deeper than motivation, stronger than emotion. That something is faith, or if not faith in the religious sense, then spiritual alignment, a connection to something greater than yourself. Because there will be moments when strength fails you, when logic doesn't make sense, when plans fall apart and progress stalls. In those moments, what keeps you steady isn't your talent, it's your trust. Not in the world, but in the unseen, the eternal, the inner stillness that says, you are being guided, you are not alone. Faith is what lets you move when you don't feel like it. It's what lets you hope when all evidence says you shouldn't. It's what whispers peace into your soul when life screams chaos into your ears. And no, faith isn't about ignoring reality. It's about walking through it with eyes wide open and heart fully anchored. It's about knowing that storms will come, but that something inside you or above you is stronger than the storm. Spiritual alignment is about congruence. It's making sure that your actions match your core beliefs, that you live from values, not vanity, that you operate not just from logic, but from purpose, from truth. You can meditate, pray, reflect, breathe, read sacred texts, whatever draws you into that deeper place. But make space for it. Don't wait until life breaks you to go looking for what holds you together. Build that relationship daily. Strengthen your spiritual muscles before the weight gets heavy. Because when you're spiritually aligned, your choices change. You're not so quick to react. You're slower to anger. You find compassion where others find frustration. You give grace to others, yes, but also to yourself. You start to trust the timing of your life. You stop forcing doors to open and start listening for direction. You let go of comparison because you know your path is divinely yours. You stop needing to control everything and start learning how to surrender, not from weakness, but from wisdom. And you develop a resilience that doesn't shake so easily, because when your roots are deep, you don't fear the wind. But this world will challenge you, it will question you, it will pressure you to perform, to conform, to pretend. But when you have a spiritual center, something to return to, something to believe in, you are unshakable. Your peace is not on the surface, it runs deep. And that depth, that's what makes you powerful. Every day, spend time aligning your spirit before you chase the world. Connect before you create. Listen before you speak. Surrender before you strive. Because the most powerful life is not just a productive one, it's a purposeful one. Let me tell you something that very few people are willing to say out loud. The life you wish for, you get the life you work for. And the work isn't just what you do at the office or the tasks you check off a list. The real work, the work that shapes your destiny, happens behind the scenes. It happens in your private thoughts, your quiet routines, your daily decisions. It's the inner work, the stuff no one sees, the things that don't get applause but build your foundation. That's why you must work on yourself every single day. Work on your mindset, because your thoughts shape your future long before your actions do. Work on your health, because a strong body builds a strong life. Work on your relationships, because success means nothing if you have no one to share it with. Work on your emotions, because emotional control is your greatest unseen strength. Work on your habits, because they are the bricks that build your future one day at a time. Work on your time, because your life is made up of what you do with your hours. Work on your skills, because every problem in life is easier when you're better prepared. Work on your finances, because money in the hands of a wise person becomes fuel for freedom and impact. Work on your faith, your inner peace, your alignment, because storms will come and you'll need a center that doesn't shake. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be present. You do have to show up. You do have to stop waiting for permission or perfect timing. You do have to decide right now that the next version of you is not a fantasy, it's a priority. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about doing the right things every day. It's not about changing your life overnight. It's about changing the trajectory of your life, day by day, brick by brick, breath by breath. Because here's the truth. If you work on yourself for a week, you'll feel better. If you work on yourself for a month, you'll start to change. But if you work on yourself every day for a year, you won't recognize the person in the mirror. So stop waiting. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your reminder that the best project you'll ever work on is you. Start today. Start now. And never stop